Welcome, you're watching DBMN TV. This is Monli Sarambai bringing you the Salesian news across the globe. After a 4-year break due to COVID-19, the large biennial gathering of young Catholics organized by the Federation of Catholic Youth Ministry, COIM Fed in English, has finally restarted, and it has done so in style with an event taking place on Saturday, 4th March at Wembley's OVO Arena in North London, and a host of exciting activities. About 8,000 young people from the Catholic communities of England and Wales took part, and many young people who also came from Scotland, Ireland and other countries, including about 300 from Salesian schools and parishes. The day was centered on the theme, Arise, as exemplified by the young Virgin Mary. The theme was linked in this way to the motto chosen by Pope Francis for the next World Youth Day, Portugal 2023. Mary got up and went with haste. Luke chapter 1 verse 39. A special celebration took place at the Don Bosco Oratory in Seoul on Wednesday, 8th March. 8 young people, after an adequate period of preparation and formation, received baptism during a mass celebrated by the director of the center, Father Marcelo Kwang Hyun Beek. The work is a sort of social welfare correctional institution which houses boys entrusted to the Salesian and their lay collaborators by the juvenile courts. Currently, 40 boys reside at their Salesian Correctional Center, while every year about 80 pass through its doors. These are mostly children between the ages of 14 and 18, middle or high school students who have been involved in juvenile crimes or who are forced by the court to spend at least 6 months at the Don Bosco Oratory. From 6th to 11th March 2023, Father Alfred Maravilla, General Councillor for the Missions, made an animation visit to the St. Joseph Vice Province in Sri Lanka. The first Salesian presence in the island was opened in 1956 in Negombo under the India Chennai Province INM. It became a vice province in 2004. Today, there are 90 Salesians in the country, most of whom are Sri Lankan. During his stay, the General Councillor for Missions was able to visit all the communities and meet the Salesians, Salesian educators, young people attending the Sons of Don Bosco presences, as well as the aspirants of the 2 aspirantates, pre-novices, novices and young Salesians. He also had the chance to meet all the missionaries to hear about their missionary experiences. At the end of his visit, Father Maravilla met with the provincial and his council to share his impressions. The greatest resources of the Vice Province are the confreres, all of whom have done part of their formation outside the country, he emphasized, which has allowed them to have a broader perspective of Salesian life and ministry. The other important resource is the great commitment of the whole Vice Province in serving poor youth through its technical formation centers, boarding schools and centers for poor and marginalized youth. Don Bosco Tech ASEAN country coordinators and representatives from their respective foreign offices gathered in Manila, Philippines for the first biannual meeting. It was attended by the country coordinator from Cambodia, Father Gerard Ravasco, SDB, Brother Ephraim Santos, SDB of Indonesia, Father Charles Saw, SDB of Myanmar, Father Francis Wichai Srususa, representing Thailand, Brother Emilcar da Silva, SDB of Timor-Leste, Father Duong Guchu Hui, SDB of Vietnam, and the DB Tech ASEAN Executive Council Coordinator and the Executive Director of Don Bosco 1 TVET Philippines INC, Father Jose Dindo Vutuk, SDB. The Project Manager of Public Cooperation Partners of Don Bosco Mondo, Mr. Lucas Lambert, and the Managing Director of DB Tech ASEAN, Mr. Mark Carlos Tito Guampan, also took part in the meeting. Poor youth gaining their education through Don Bosco Bombo schools located in Bombo, Uganda, had access to better nutrition thanks to a partnership between Salesian Missions, the U.S. development arm of the Salesians of Don Bosco, and Rise Against Hunger, an international relief organization that provides food and life-changing aid to the world's most vulnerable. The rice meal shipment was distributed in the second quarter of 2022. The region, like the rest of East Africa, saw big economic changes in 2022. Prices of basic commodities, especially fuel and food, increased and impacted the management of Don Bosco schools. In particular, prices of basic food staples have almost doubled due to the economic crisis after the COVID-19 pandemic and the change of weather that caused food scarcity. Salesians operate a secondary school, vocational training center, boarding house and parish in Bombo. The local community is mainly poor and relies on agriculture and informal businesses. Salesians provide education and pastoral programs. So viewers, that is all we have for you today. Until we meet again, thank you for watching.